Okay, so I'll start by reading this tweet. This tweet is coming from the Athletic Football. It was broken by Liam Tomey, Simon Jones on Sport, and MJ Shrimpa. So it reads: Todd Boehly and Mark Walter are in talks to sell their shares in Chelsea to clear the capital. Buyout talks between the parties have been explored at various times in the 2 years since the Athletic detailed a breakdown in a relationship between Boehly and Clearlake, who partnered in the Bluco consortium, which purchased Chelsea for £2.3 billion from the sanctioned Roman Abramovich in June 2022. And it goes on to say more from at Liam Tomey, at Simon Jones was Sport, and at MJ Shrimpa. So there's a link there that you can go on to explore the story. It reminds me of the Glazers. It reminds me of, since I'm a Chelsea fan, a staunch Chelsea supporter, what I have only known and one era that I associate Chelsea with, which is a very successful era, is one era under Roman Abramovich. I've never experienced, I'm not going to say I've never been a fan of multiple owners. No, but I don't have any knowledge about multiple owners. So I think inevitably, at one point or another, this was bound to happen. This was going to happen. Whether despite how successful or unsuccessful Chelsea was going to be under this consortium, I think this was bound to happen because if you look at how these guys came together, the period of time that was involved for them to come up with the funds that were required for them to purchase Chelsea, I think it was hush hush. It was hush hush. It's a fact that there's a chance that they did not do due diligence in terms of knowing each other, digging about each other in terms of background in business. Yes, they might have ideas, they know each other because most of them are Americans, but to come up together to do that such kind of a business as big as it is, purchasing a club like Chelsea, of magnitude of Chelsea Football Club, I think the time that they had and the time that they managed to come up with the funds and convince the bidders that whoever was in charge of the bidding to say we are the ones, I think there was always a doubt there. Maybe people did not talk about it, or they didn't want to talk about, or they didn't find any reason to talk about, because what people wanted then is only for Chelsea to be sustainable. I mean, to go on. So honestly, no one would care who is coming, as long as brings in the money, do what is necessary. And to these guys' credit, they started well in terms of spending money. They didn't start well in terms of success. And but the way they were spending money from the word to go, we were like, Chelsea is still there. Chelsea is still the same in terms of spending the money. But unfortunately, the spending did not lead to success on the pitch. So maybe we can attribute this lingering news, this breakup, maybe we can attribute it to being unsuccessful. Maybe if they were successful, they were going to be, there was no need to separate. There was not going to be any what do you call it, trouble in paradise. Because if we were winning, if you were in Champions League all their time, during the time that they were being in charge, and coupled with what we have won in terms of Club World Cup and the conference, and probably one or two more domestic cups, that would be considered success, right? That would be considered a very, very high level of success. So maybe there wouldn't have been anything. But the bottom line is having multiple owners, especially a consortium, a group of people with money, uh, the people who believes individually that they are good business people, good businessmen, people who knows what it takes to run capital business, capital ventures, people who knows how to run sports franchises and stuff like that, people who believe in themselves individually, to come together and then have this idea to say we can be successful with by putting ideas together. That is something that I don't really um, know. Like I don't fancy to be successful. I'm being honest. I don't fancy that situation to be successful because, honestly speaking, Todd Boehly is successful in his own right. Mark Walter is successful in his own right. Even Hans Jokvies is successful in his own right. Bedad Ekbali, I mean, we know these guys are the owners of Clear Lake Capital. So honestly speaking, yeah, you know how it is, guys. You know how it is. Which is one thing, I'm going to mention this, which is one thing that I'm starting to have some serious um, looking or serious digging at what is going on at Liverpool right now. Sorry to mention, but I have to say, because the moment you start to have all those guys, the people who have got serious money, Bezos, blah, 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 who and who. If I was a Liverpool fan, I would start to get worried. I would start to get worried. I'm not predicting any hoodoo or any doom, no, but consortium. Mhm. Anyway, you should forgive me, right? I'm a Chelsea fan. What have I known? Roman Abramovich. Roman Abramovich. So you can't fault me for thinking that anything else does not work. I mean, anything else, I don't believe it works. That's just me. But let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Because if you see now, I've seen this with us now as well. Like when there was still Stan Kroenke and those guys like Usmanov. I don't know I don't remember the guys who these guys the guys who were in charge, like these consortiums, these different individuals. And you see when us now started just to run club in a football way, huh? You have someone there in charge. You have Paris Saint-Germain. And look at Real Madrid. Look at all these successful well-built, well-run clubs. Individual owner. That's it, guys. Manchester City. It is what it is. The moment you start to have groups, consortiums, people coming together with their monies, everyone, one of them will start to look, where is my dollar going? Where is my pound going? That on its own is going to create a lot of issues. So, yeah, this was bound to happen. And for sure, the only downside for it for me is we know that when this consortium came together, the idea, the brain child was Todd Boehly, so to speak. It was him who approached clearly. Him and his other guys from his side that he convinced, that he knew him, that we were together. So they came together and then they convinced clearly to say, you know what, guys, there is this, can we? So for me, the brain, the father of the idea is go. If it happens, which is Todd Ball is gone, we know that he hasn't been in charge lately. He was the first one to be chairman, but now he's in the behind the scenes. So probably he's just saying, you know what, since we are not running the thing anymore, let's just sell our shares to the Clear Lake. But my worry now is Clear Lake going to be no about sport? Like, you know, someone would argue and say, Clear Lake are the ones who are in charge right now. all the changes that are happening within the club right now are the brainchild of clearly capital, which is Bedadek Bali. So maybe, and I think it seems like Bedadek Bali has got a lot of alibis. You know, if you hear how he gets praised by Simon. So it's some of those things like Simon Jordan when you hear him praising Bedadek Bali. So I mean, those are some of football people that we say in quotes, football people in quotes. So when maybe you see something in him, so maybe we just keep cross our fingers that clearly capital led by Bedade Bali is going to be there for us, there for the club, there for football reasons. And as much as these guys invested their money, and we know they want something back, but let's just cross our fingers that they are not going also to get fed up at some point and say, you know what, we are now selling Chelsea. So yeah, this is what happens, guys. This is what happens when the club has been successful, when the club has been targeted for some reasons. The owner was, previous owner was under scrutiny. He was forced out. He was forced to sell. Now this is what we have. So I don't want to worry because I want to live in the now. But there is a reason to think about, where is it going to go eventually? So, okay, it is what it is. So Todd Boehly and Mark Walter in talks to sell Chelsea shares to clearly capital. Let's see. How is it going to be? So I don't know. I think I read somewhere when it was saying Mark Walter was in something that was going on. So we don't know. Let's see. How is it going to go and how is it going to end? Then I wanted to touch a little bit on the squad, guys. I don't know how you see the squad, guys. The squad is the squad is there. The squad is there, but I still criticize these two signings. Jordan Henderson, 36. I know it didn't happen. I think Xhaka at 34, 33 was going to be much better. Much, much, much better. Much better. I know people praise Jordan Henderson for the standards. It's whatever is associated with him is standards, levels. So, but I would have wanted that person to be in the pitch. And I know that with all this Enzo Fernandez story, which is not going away, if we had Xhaka, who was going to be in the pitch, I think, guys, you understand where I'm coming from here. We would have been there, that we have the leader within the pitch. Is Jordan Henderson going to be in the pitch, in the field of play? Maybe for some minutes, but I still doubt that. I don't know. I want to be proven wrong. But I just feel like if we had someone who is a bit energetic, more energetic than 36 years, maybe 33, 34, maybe someone 30, 32, if we would find someone like that, that was going to be it. So let's see. It looks like Chris James is going to be in the midfield. Yeah, it looks like that. And I think it helps him physically. It's good for him physically because it's different role from roaming up and down the flank. So we have other guys there, Palestras of this world. I like the guy. I like the guy. Shavaria, we will see. We are going to see how is it going to be. I haven't seen much. Yeah, even if I watched a little bit of some minutes on the last match, but there is. I am yet to see. I'm yet to see. Yeah, although also there is Malo Gusto, right? I don't know if what is going to happen with Malo Gusto. Then Enzo Fernandez, guys. I've had a poll with the guys. Everyone wants Enzo Fernandez to stay. Unless you're an English fan, England fan. You guys, please, come on. Come on. England fans, English, no. England fans, Chelsea fans. You should grow up. Just grow up. For some reason, for footballing reason, you have to grow up. I have to vent on this one. English fans, England fans who support Chelsea, grow up, grow up, grow up. For some reason, just grow up. I don't care where you come from. I don't care, guys. Grow up. You should just grow up. The World Cup is gone, guys. The World Cup is gone. It's finished. The World Cup. The next World Cup, 2030. Prepare for that. This thing of saying Enzo Fernandez, because he scored against England. By the way, I was supporting England. I was supporting England. But this thing should just stop. Stop. Stop it. You have to stop it. You just gotta stop it. This thing should just stop. It's gone. Finished. Wait for the Euro. If you want to blame Tuchel, blame Tuchel. I don't care. Leave Enzo Fernandez. You should. Chelsea fans, Chelsea England fans, you should be the one to defend this guy against all the English supporters. We know that country comes first, but come on. It's gone. The World Cup is finished. Grow up, guys. You have to grow up. You have been watching. We call you the owners of football. Own it. Grow up. Don't be this low. You are being low. You are deploring yourself. Don't do that. Stop. Yeah. Chelsea fans who are England supporters, grow up. I say it. That's it. Grow up. For God's sake, grow up. For football's sake, grow up. You know that our club, this is the truth, by the way, that it's hated by most fans who support other clubs in the English Premier League, especially the English fans. They don't like Chelsea. So obviously, if you have a player like Enzo Fernandez, with how he fights, how feisty he is, how energetic he is, they don't like him. So you are the ones who have got the duty to like the guy. What is this, guys? What's going on? It's football, for God's sake. Oh my goodness. What is this? I know, guys, I love my country. Country comes first. That's a fact. It's a fact. Country comes first. But, oh, it's just football. The guy was fighting for his country, right? So what makes you think that he doesn't deserve to play for Chelsea? He doesn't deserve to play in England because he was fighting for his country. Don't you like your players to fight for your country? If Harry Kane was playing against Germany and he scores, he celebrates, don't you support him? If he's gonna face some problems in Bayern Munich, are you not going to be behind him? Were you going to stand for that? Germans chiding him for scoring against Germany while he is playing for England. Put yourself in Enzo Fernandez's shoes. Put Harry Kane in Enzo Fernandez's shoes. What is this, guys? Come on. Grow up. I have finished that one. Then I'm going back to the squad, guys. I don't know what you think, guys. I just feel that the squad lacks something. The issue that I was talking about, I didn't finish on Jordan Anderson. Also on Dan Welbeck, guys. I didn't like what I saw in the preseason. The two matches that he played, I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. But let's see. It's about to start. Let's see how it's going to be. Looks like only the quality is coming only from João Pedro. And I think I have seen a rumor that says, or it's not a rumor, or just someone tweeting like Emega is gonna have to stay with the club. That guy, I think, is a go-getter better than Delap and Jackson in terms of getting goals. I don't know how he gonna suit Chelsea. I haven't seen him playing for Chelsea. Unfortunately, he didn't go for the tour. He wasn't involved in the tour. He was behind. There was some injury talk. So you see, this is where my worry is that the whole group is not. I don't think the whole group is ready. There are people who are ready. There are players who are ready, but it's not the whole group which is ready. That's just my worry. That it probably will need this week of working, which is happening, and another week as well, and probably another one 3 weeks from when the last group came. I think it needs 3 weeks for the team now to come together and say, you know what? We now have a team. So luckily the other week is this week, which we don't have matches, but starting Monday, we have matches. So the coach now will be in a sort of a quagmire to see, okay, how do we perform? How did we perform against Fulham? So he's going to rely on that now to work the other week. And the next match after that, again, he's going to work with that. So if you get what I mean. So the Pep Chavarias, yeah, Morgan Rogers, I'm like this. Depending on what I saw, I'm like this. I'm like this. Let's see, but I'm like this. Yeah, because I think he's an intelligent footballer. He can impose himself. So I like that thing about him. I'm not so sure what's going on with Cole Palmer. He's not yet there. He's not the sharpness is still there and thereabout. So let's see. Let's see. So I don't know, guys. I don't know what you think, but I'm worried about the bench. Maybe the coach who is going to be able to put something together in terms of the first team. But if you look at the bench guys for other clubs, I know I cannot compare us. I cannot compare Chelsea with us now at this point. But the bench guys is gonna just need some guys. The bench needs 2, 3 players that you know that they are finishers. They're gonna kill. Be it a midfielder, you know this guy. He sits on the bench, but he's good enough to play first 11. That's what you need. Whether it's a creative midfielder, whether it's a ball playing midfielder, whether it's a box to box, you just need that guy who is just gonna. Suppose the first guy is injured. Let's say Caicedo is injured. You're just gonna need the guy who's just gonna come there and slot in. That's just the way I feel about a team which wants to compete. Any team that wants to compete, wants to be up there, needs such guys. You don't need this guy who is like, is a second tier player, who is there. You just need that one guy who is a first team player but sits on the bench. First 11 guy who sits on the bench. You need the same for a winger. Someone who just kills, who has got this killer instinct, who just comes from the bench, not for the sake of just to finish, make sure the match finishes. No, if it goes wrong for the main guy on one day, this guy is just gonna come in there in the 65th minute and take it on, kill. You probably, maybe for a striker, no. Maybe for a striker, you just need that second string striker because it's difficult to have 2 center forwards who are like the same. But probably there's that game that João Pedro is just going to struggle. Maybe it's not happening. But you need that guy who is just going to come and spangle the opponent. He's going to be another different level of trouble to the opponent's defense. That's my feeling. So these 3 guys on the bench, you need those guys. I don't care about the goalkeeper position. If the goalkeeper position, you've got your top keeper, that's it. And that second guy who is just there, a keeper, you know how it is. Unless he gets injured, you don't really worry about that position. Even sometimes in defense, you're just gonna have your guys, and those guys who are just gonna there to finish matches, maybe experience the guy. But midfield, attacking midfield, center forward, there, guys, you just need those 3 guys. They are there on the bench, but you know, like they are. If he's called upon, my goodness me, he's gonna be there. That guy. You remember when we had this friend of Costa, Diego Costa, Eden Hazard, and Pedro. You know, come on, guys. Willian was there. You know that if one of them is not there and Willian is in there, he's gonna do the thing. He's gonna pop up with a goal. He's gonna pop up with an assist. maybe our squad is too bloated that I don't see those guys. Maybe. Let me put it that way. That probably when I think about it, I'm starting to see a lot of faces. Maybe that's how I see it. But I don't know, guys. I don't know how you see it. I don't know. So I think if I compare, if João Pedro is our first striker, if I compare Jackson is good in terms of link up play and be involved in the play. He's a runner, he's a willing runner, he's a troublemaker to the defenders, but he doesn't finish. I mean, Jackson, yeah, he's my guy. I mean, yeah, my guy. He doesn't finish. He doesn't kill. Maybe Omega kills better. Maybe. He's good. But I don't know the guy. I just know the guy from Strasbourg. I don't know. You know, the lap. Come on, guys. I don't know what to say. Wingers, Gittens. Oh no. He was good. He was good. The form was okay in the preseason. I liked him. I liked the way he applied himself. Estavao is good. Also, some of the. He's a brilliant player, and trust me, I like the young man a lot, more than probably anyone. But there's this little bit of selfishness. There's this little bit of a struggling in terms of maybe he's asked a lot in terms of trekking. So when he's going forward, there's this thing of losing. You know, let's hope the team will grow. But I have my worries. If you know what I mean, I have my worries. Luckily, yeah, as people are attributing to not having Europe, not having Champions League, whatever Europe, any sort of Europe, it means probably the coach is gonna work until the whole thing comes together. Because right now, I confess, the for me, the whole thing is not yet together. It's not yet together. Maybe it's being obstructed by, in my mind, by the coming late of the majority of the guys. So I don't know. I want Enzo Fernandez to stay, but I don't know. I don't know, honestly. But he should stay. The guy should stay. Guys, leave the guy alone. Let him support him. Let the guy kill. He's a killer. That guy is a killer in terms of application and everything. And once he settles down, you know what he is. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much. I just had to vent. I just have to come and give you something. Please, guys, just subscribe. Huh? Subscribe. See you guys. Thank you. Mabinya we. Yamuka.